Hi everyone, hope everyone is having a beautiful Easter. This video is for Libra from the 1st to the 15th of May. Before I start the video, I'd like to thank everybody who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing. It's really helping my channel get unstuck. As if you watched other videos of mine or you've been watching my channel for a while, you know my channel never grows. And I've had a lot of videos taken down, not by my accord, they were just taken down. And people have told me to contact YouTube about it. I don't have the option on my channel to contact YouTube in any kind of way. So the only way is just asking people, please like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed my video, hit the bell. Any little bit helps in getting it unstuck. So with that being said, I also have my GoFundMe. I want to thank different people who have shared it and donated. I mean, even if you can't donate, just please share it. I'm trying to raise funds for, as you can see, this camera has scratches on the lens, so it's blurry. I would love to have a tripod. This memory card only holds 5 minutes, so it takes me 2 to 3 hours to create one of these videos, and I just really love doing them, but it's just that. And I have 3 psychic fairs lined up for the summer that are all outside for the spring and summer, and I have one coming up pretty quickly that I need promotional materials for. I tried to save for it myself. I knew about 3 months ago that I had this stuff lined up. It's just been kind of one thing after another for me. So I just prayed under the new moon, and that's the instructions that I got. So I roll with it. Okay, so thank you everybody. And please, the GoFundMe is down there if you can help out in any way or share it with anybody. If you make a $10 donation, I'll do a 1-question reading for you. And if you make it over a $30 or over donation, I will put you in a draw for one of my big readings. Because my regular readings, I don't really use cards. I just focus on a person's energy and I trans-channel information. And I charge quite a bit for those readings. So you'll be in a draw for those. Everything is on my channel, is on sale right now. Additional 25% off for anybody in America because of the exchange rate right now. So you really get a super deal. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to dive right into this. I already got the cards laid out because I don't want the videos to be so long. And I have one surprise card here for you that I haven't looked at yet. Now, what I remember from Libra from the last 2 weeks, from the middle of April to the end of April, you have a pretty dynamic reading. You got a lot going on. So in this reading already, it also looks like you got a lot going on. So I see a lot of people around you and I see a lot of action. However, I do see some difficulties, but not to worry, because the benefit of seeing difficulties is so you can lessen the harm, or you know it's coming so you can do things about it. So the impact won't be so great, or you're prepared for it. So it really is to your advantage to know. It's just not for you to know and not be able to do anything about. So anyway, so for May 1st for Libra, how I see you starting the month. And I have here the Doreen Virtue cards. She made her tarot a little bit different than the traditional tarot. The way I read these is I do my own intuitive stuff. I also read exactly what's on the bottom, and then I read it as if it's a traditional tarot. So first of all, starting the month for Libra, who likes everything to be balanced, it looks like there's definitely a balancing act going on for you. You have some choices to be made. You're pretty good with the balancing act, as long as things are cool and smooth and hippy dippy, you know what I mean? Like, that's Libra energy. They don't like the friction, but they often are able to handle a lot. But this one says too much going on at once. The need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. However, the message that I'm getting for you, Libra, is there's two things going on in your life. You're shuffling money around, you're making some decisions, but I don't feel this as a negative card for you at all. I think you're, Libra, at the beginning of this month, enjoying the two paths that you got going in your life. Okay, so next for you, Libra, I see the Queen of Wands. And this, to me, shows me for the next 2 weeks that you have a lot of energy at your disposal. You're in charge, and I totally view this as you, but I also read it as energies that you can tap into, the flow of energy that you should go with, and it's a very dynamic card. It's a card of go, go, go. It's a card of fire, and that fire means action, passion, adventure, confidence, warm, intelligent, graceful. But this is a very powerful energy. You're able to charm people, but people are also somewhat intimidated by you. It's a very powerful position telling you that this, over the next, to the 1st and the 15th of May, to go for what you want. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. And I would also like to remind you, Libras, that you have the new moon on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. Now, I haven't looked at what the energy of this new moon is. I might just do a little video, and usually what I do is focus on the energies and see what the universe is saying to me about this new moon. I don't necessarily look it up astrologically. So right now, I just want to remind you, Libras, of that new moon. I want to remind anybody in any of my videos to, as a person, I come from a lineage of people that we've always worked with the moon, not in any kind of witchy way. I'm raised in the country, I'm born in the country, generations and generations and generations and generations, as far back as forever, were country people that planted their gardens by the phases of the moon. They built their ships by the phases of the moon. They cut the timber for ships at the phases of the moon. Whatever they were making, that, you know, recipes, and that's a very common thing. You know, it's not belonging to just witches. You know, that's just the way things were done, and it's beautiful to see that so many people in this world connect to the moon. I always try to tell people, please make a bigger effort to know your moons, get a moon calendar. And I always say you got 3 days on the full moon and 3 days under the new moon to use that energy to your advantage. And we just finished such a powerful full moon. I mean, there can't be anybody out there that did not feel the push. You know, it was a moon that kind of said, okay, let's get up and go. Let's do this. Here's what you're meant to be doing. Do it. You know what I mean? So there's my spiel about the moon there. Now, with this energy, it's very interesting because you got these two things going on. You got this very dynamic energy that is really good for you. But then we got this 4 of Swords card, and this to me is resting. Some people, they need to rest. They're resting because they need to. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide the answers. So maybe you're going to meditate. Here, she alluded to a decision needing to be made. And once again, a decision to be needing to be made. So I feel like that's how you start the beginning of your month. There is some friction here because these energies don't go so great together. But let's just continue on and see where this is leading us. Now you got the 2 of Wands. And this card is going well with these two cards. Okay, so I feel some part of you got so many projects on the go, and you got all this energy saying go, 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 but for some reason you're not feeling well, or you're withdrawn. But let's see what's coming. Now, this is the recent past. So the recent past tells us that you did start something that had two sides to it. And once again, Libra, I feel that's very comfortable for you. I feel like this is what you wanted. You've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. So that was in the recent past, and as you move forward, you're still in that energy, but you're moving into a different phase of that energy. And with this, next to this is what is coming right now into your life, and it's Page of Wands. So this is a very happy card. It goes well with the rest of these cards. So the only thing that I'm seeing here is that you do want to spend alone time, and it is for the purpose of meditation. It is for the purpose of gathering your thoughts and making some decisions. But I think on the surface, you're kind of just rolling with this whole new business plan and new energies that you've put into life. And you're not letting people know that you're withdrawing to think things through, because all these fire cards are very outgoing. So this is what's coming in just now, the energy that you're entering in. I'm going to say from the 1st to the 6th, Page of Wands, outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. And we got this beautiful girl in the dragon. News of exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Okay, so I don't know that it's an exciting new endeavor, because I feel like you've already started something. What I feel is that you make some communication around that. I feel like for some of you, you're building something. You're with somebody and you're building something. Building is what comes to me. Building something, okay? So that can be an actual physical building, or building a business, building a business plan, building up something within a business. And the next card we have is the 9 of Pentacles. So we got these really social cards, activity, communication with others. You're not alone here. But I think when people are not looking, you're withdrawing, and you're not really letting the other partners know, or people around you, that you kind of got something on your mind. Next, we have the 9 of Pentacles for Libra. And this is a little bit past the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. This energy is starting to come into your life, the 9 of Pentacles. So it shows me that some money is coming to you. That whatever you are working on, decisions that you have to make, all this energy that you're putting into life, and that's wearing you out at times, is going to pay off, okay? I love the 9 of Pentacles. It's really about enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. But I feel for anyone, this, particularly the Libras here that are building something with someone else and are negotiating with other people and got a business plan going, I feel that's going to be very successful for you. However, for me, this card always indicates some sort of, you're bound by something, or there's still something that isn't as you would like it. You're a little bit trapped. So although on the surface and from other people's view, you got it all, and you could do, all the bills are paid, you got the nice car, everything is going great. I'm not saying everybody got the nice car, but I feel like everybody has enough money to pay everything. There's still some insecurity here. There's still something that you quite not reach completion, okay, or not quite got in your life. Now we have the Queen of Cups, and she's right next to the Queen of Fire, and cups don't go well with fire. The water puts out the fire. So meaning that this person is less emotional and more go, go, go. And then this kind of tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, loving, emotional person comes in, and this fire person is like, what the hell is this emotional? But this is in this position as you as well. So I feel like during the next 2 weeks, you're going to have two sides of yourself coming out that may be in a little bit of conflict with each other. Like your emotional side is putting out the fire in you, okay? So maybe some emotional issues coming up. It's not a negative card. It says relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. But for me, it's more that something emotional comes in and is in kind of a conflict with your fire energy this week. You know, maybe a decision was made that you're quite not feeling it in your heart. But something emotional comes up that affects the energy that you're putting out in the world. It kind of, I guess, surprises you or puts a little bump in the road for you, like, oh my God, what is this emotion? What the hell is going on? I had this plan, I got all this action going on, and all of a sudden my hormones are all over the place and I'm crying for nothing, you know, that type of energy, okay? Next, we have this very interesting card. It's the only major arcana in your reading, and it's renewal. So above it is the Four of Swords. So that's a card of somebody, they're working hard and they need rest. Why am I blurry, you guys? I don't know. Okay, there we go. So my camera gave out my other camera, so now I'm on to another memory card, another camera that got a really small memory card in it too. But such is life, we'll manage. So with this card, what I'm seeing is, and within this next 2 weeks of your life, that you're really super busy. You got all this fire energy. Then you got some emotion coming in, but then, and at times, this fire energy is burning you out. Like, it's one extreme to the other. That's how I feel when I see the Four Swords in here. And then, but then, it's like a renewal time comes. But along with that renewal is that it says review and evaluate favorable assessments of the facts, time to move in a new direction. So you're going along your week, you're working, you got a plan, you're communicating with others, you're making money, you're feeling good. This emotional stuff comes in, but then I feel like whatever this emotion is, and it might be for some of you just hormonal stuff that you can't, having trouble controlling, and it kind of puts a glitch in all this fire energy and everything that you wanted to achieve over the next 2 weeks from May 1st to 15th. So I feel like you're going to have to take some time, like it says, time to move in a new direction. So I think you reassess things, and it's causing you some trouble, this emotional thing, this emotion that you're feeling suddenly, this feeling of not quite there yet or not quite having it all, being tired with all this work and all this fire energy going on. I think it just puts a damper in your plan. This is great sadness, time to heal, and a need to forgive yourself or others. But you got the four of ear and the 3 of ears, so it makes me feel like, well, for some of you, you're definitely having, some it's menopause, some it's menstruation, some it's menopause, and others it's just some emotional issue comes up that you don't expect. I think because you're tiring yourself out. For some of you, you're not quite reaching what you need or where you want to be. So you reevaluate. And it's difficult for you. So I don't feel like here you're being betrayed in any kind of way, because none of the cards are showing me. I feel like I asked what this was. I said, give me more clarity, and I got the Six of Pentacles with it. Almost like you were waiting to receive a certain amount of money and you didn't get it. Like, because this is what this card tells me. Enjoying life's luxury, but always this card, there's something missing. There's something quite not there. It's not 100% satisfied. So with this Three of Swords, I'm not seeing any big tragic thing happening for you. I just feel like the plan that you had didn't go as along as you wanted, and then there was this glitch of this emotions coming up, okay? And that little thing of not having totally what you wanted. So you're going to experience towards the end of the week this kind of emotional feeling. That's not towards the end of the first week of May, more towards mid-May. Building up to mid-May, I'm going to say the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, around there, okay? And then we see the Moon card, and again, that's so hormonal. So, I don't know. Some of you might be having migraines. Some of you might, like all the hormone stuff that can happen to, and it happens to men too, you guys. And it's happening more to men because our hormones in this generation has changed a bit, you know. So menopause is real too. The Moon, the outcome, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, we release fears that hold you back. For me, I feel the Moon is a very positive card. I love the Moon. I yipped and yapped about the Moon at the beginning of this reading. I think, again, I'm going to give you the message, Libras, to get in touch with that Moon energy. But when I see this in a reading, in this reading, again, I'm going to read it as hormonal. Some hormonal challenges that you weren't expecting, that you know, you want to just charge ahead with your business and with career and whatever you're building and whatever is going on. And then all of a sudden, but you're worn out, you're getting worn out, and this emotion surfaces in you without really any reason. It's in conflict with a side of yourself over the next 2 weeks. And that emotional side brings you upset. And I'm just going to say hormones. And you're still in that on the 15th, okay? You're not done that. So I'm going to say 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Okay, this energy is around you. And I asked what this Moon, give me more clarity on the Moon. And, you know, we got somebody fortifying themselves. He's a really strong warrior. He's preparing for the next battle. In a lot of the decks, they show him wounded, you know. So it's preparing for the next battle. But when I say battle, I mean that next chunk of energy that you got to put out into your life. So this real fire energy wore you out, and now you're preparing. You're trying to fortify yourself because of the hormone and the craziness of the emotional stuff that's arising in you. Well, really for no reason, but not for no reason, if that makes any sense. I mean, you kind of burnt yourself out, but the other reason is the hormone. And often that's not for no reason at all. In North America, we are having some massive problems with our hormones because of the food, okay, and because of what's in the water. Like so many people peeing out hormones. You know, hormones are in everything, especially GMOs, in plastics. But when we urinate, especially like because so many of us are on birth controls and stuff like that, when you urinate, that hormone comes out. Well, hormone comes out of you anyways, and it goes into water. Okay, now I asked with this card, and I got a dolphin card, but I didn't use the dolphin deck. I used 2 decks mixed together, and you got a very watery card mixed in with a reading that doesn't like the water. The water is messing you up. The water is the subconscious and emotional issues that you weren't ready for, that just came out, okay? So I asked the most important message that you needed to hear, Libra, for the next 2 weeks, that over the next 2 weeks, if you listen to this, would lead you to your biggest joy, your happiest 2 weeks, the way you can have your happiest life from the 1st to the 15th is if you will listen to the advice on this card. And you got the card of mother healing, which is very interesting because I didn't say mother, but these cards can both represent mother, but there's some big emotional thing that is triggered in you somehow. You have it all, but there's still some discontent. So what is this? As your feelings towards your mother heals, your desire manifests rapidly and accurately. So it looks like mommy is the emotional issue that's going to come up. Mother issues somehow being triggered suddenly. And maybe that's why you appear to have it all and you're in luxury, but you have some feeling of not having it all. But a sudden emotional issue that throws you off to do with mother. And that could be as simple as somebody making a hand gesture the same as your mother used to. And that can just set off your whole week. If you have a healing issues to do with your mother, and just sometimes even a scent can remind somebody of something awful to do with their mother, okay? So that's kind of how I'm reading things for you, Libra, this week. But the benefit of knowing right now is you can just do some mother healing as your feelings towards your mother. But some people don't know how to heal. That's why I have the Buddhist forgiveness meditation video on my channel. Look it up, please. Forgiveness is your quickest route to healing everything in your life, okay? And forgiveness is not something that you do once. Forgiveness work, it's the reason why we, in every major religion, there's prayers, and in Wiccan, and in witchcraft, and goddess, people out there following goddess energy. It's why in the morning and the night you do rituals. You cleanse away the energy. So forgiveness is not a one-time thing. It's something that you should be doing on a daily activity before you go to bed. Who did I harm today? Who did I judge? You know, you go right through and you look at who hurt you and who you hurt, okay? Because we sometimes always pointing the fingers at other people when we just stepping over people ourselves. So anyways, the Buddhist forgiveness meditation for on my channel for people who don't understand how to heal mother issues. Okay, Libra? So I really hope this video is helpful to you. It's not all doom and gloom. You got some exciting stuff here and you're busy, but there's with those hormones are going to kick in big time towards the middle of the month. Okay, you take care. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the like button. And please share my GoFundMe or check it out. Thank you.